This is the Voice of Vietnam.
This is the Voice of Vietnam, broadcasting from Hanoi, capital of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam.
Welcome to the Voice of Vietnam. I'm Hồng Phương. In today's program, Sunday Show will feature a concert made by a group of young, talented musicians nearly a decade ago and has since become the most successful series of instrumental music events in Vietnam. It's the Concert of Childhood Memories. Finally, our VOV's weekend music session will feature the best songs by the Vietnamese artist named 52 Hertz. And now for the program in details. Welcome to the Sunday Show, the biggest show of the week on the Voice of Vietnam, featuring Vietnamese people, land, culture, music, and more. I'm Hồng Phương. Orchestral music may be considered boring, tedious, and neglected among the young generations amid the rise of social media and other forms of entertainment. But what if we take the familiar melodies in our childhood and turn them into grand orchestral compositions? That's what the Concert of Childhood Memory, or CCM, did to become the most successful series of instrumental music events in Vietnam. After 8 years of bringing nostalgia to its audiences, CCM's success shows no sign of slowing down. In an era of rapid social media content, what draws the youth to an orchestral concert over 2 hours long? Let's find out in today's Sunday Show. In 2024 alone, the Concert of Childhood Memory garnered 4,000 audience members in 6 nights. Impressive numbers for a show that almost exclusively plays children's movie soundtracks, right?
I've known CCM for a long time. Around 4 to 5 years ago, I went to this concert as soon as I moved to Hanoi to attend college. I choose this concert because I want a different musical experience. Unlike other orchestral concerts, CCM chooses Ghibli movie soundtrack, which is a very familiar theme for me and other young people.
It all began nearly 10 years ago in the halls of the Vietnam National Academy of Music, where 3 young musicians shared a burning passion. They yearned for a stage where they could perform in front of a large audience. Lã Tuấn Cường, CCM pianist and one of the concert's co-founders, told VOV.
Thực ra là thời điểm đầu tiên là cũng lo, bảo không lo thì không đúng.
We were really worried about public response then. We didn't know if people would come to our concert. And since the organizing team was very young, all 20-something and students in the academy, we didn't have much experience in stage setup and paperwork. Finance was another problem. We had difficulties renting the instrument and practice space. But luckily, since we were young, we had a lot of strength and enthusiasm. We told ourselves that even if we suffer financial loss, we were determined to do the concert no matter what, and we wanted to make it a long-term project.
With the students' adept talent, burning passion for the performing arts, and an immense amount of daring spirit, CCM was born in 2016. For the Vietnam music landscape, it was a time of changes. The number of music concerts targeted at the young began to flourish, most of which were headlined by either famous pop singers or independent artists. Orchestral music, however, did not garner much attention from the young crowds. Despite having an ensemble of experienced musicians, classical music concerts in Vietnam at the time were mostly attended by middle-aged audiences. Paying for music was also not a common practice among the youth, according to a 2015 survey conducted by the market research company Q&Me. Against all odds, the team was committed to their goal, said Nguyen.
Thực ra là thời điểm đầu tiên là cũng lo, bảo không lo thì không đúng.
We were really worried about public response then. We didn't know if people would come to our concert. And since the organizing team was very young, all 20-something and students in the academy, we didn't have much experience in stage setup and paperwork. Finance was another problem. We had difficulties renting the instrument and practice space. But luckily, since we were young, we had a lot of strength and enthusiasm. We told ourselves that even if we suffer financial loss, we were determined to do the concert no matter what. And we wanted to make it a long-term project.
The challenges for an orchestra filled with fresh-faced musicians seemed insurmountable, but it was also the youthful spirit that set them apart from other musical ensembles in Vietnam. The dynamic in a young orchestra is completely different from an established one. There's little to no distance or hierarchy between the members, so everyone feels comfortable enough to raise all the ideas they have, Nguyen explained. That open mindset also led them to a unique path. Instead of going the traditional route by performing well-known classical pieces, Nguyen and his group experimented with a new genre.
Thì các dàn nhạc chuyên nghiệp thời điểm đó ở Việt Nam thì sẽ chủ yếu.
The themes we chose are different from most orchestral concerts in Vietnam at that time. Long-established orchestras mostly played classical music, but we wanted to do something else. We realized that if we only play classical work, it would be hard to reach the young audience. Then, how about we start off with something that reminds young people of their childhood? That was when we decided to choose the soundtrack of Ghibli movie. There were 800 people in the audience at the first concert.
Their opening night was an instant hit. By playing the soundtracks from the films of the Japanese animation studio Ghibli, CCM attracted an audience of 800, mostly young adults. They filled the National Music Academy's concert hall with music from Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Howl's Moving Castles, movies that made the childhood of many Vietnamese. In the following years, nostalgia continued to be CCM's biggest selling point, as they featured scores from the Walt Disney and Harry Potter films. Even when these concerts supposedly played music from kids' movie, they were teeming with adults yearning to relive a part of their childhood. For many of the 80s and 90s born generations in Vietnam, those are the melodies that they grew up with. Another reason that keeps people coming to the concerts is the organizers' unwavering commitment to quality in terms of both performance and production. For an orchestra made up of mostly undergraduates, the CCM team now includes many professional musicians and award-winning artists. A simple projection screen displaying the movie scenes has been replaced with an intricate visual and lighting system, Nguyen elaborated.
Góc nhìn từ phía ban tổ chức thì mình nghĩ là chúng mình luôn tập trung về mặt chất lượng sản phẩm.
From the organizer's point of view, I think the reason for our success is that we focus on the quality of the performances. In an era when people are used to short content on TikTok, you would think they would no longer watch long quality videos on YouTube, right? Instead, these videos still remain popular. This means that as long as the products are high quality and can touch the audience's heart, they still have a place in today's entertainment landscape. We always think of the audiences in everything we do. That is our core value.
CCM's attention to details can be seen through their tickets, which are not meant to be used and thrown away, but kept as a souvenir to remind the attendees of the everlasting childhood memory. This year's ticket, for instance, is a box that doubles as a puzzle set containing different images of Ghibli movie scenes. Trương Thị Thanh Hằng, CCM head of media and content, shared their creativity process.
Chúng mình sẽ đi từ cái chủ đề và chủ đề và những cái khoảnh khắc, những cái moment mà bọn tớ muốn.
Our ideas start from the things that audiences first think of when they think about the movies. We'll find all the memorable moments in those films and apply different techniques for our tickets. For example, in the 2018 Harry Potter concert, we thought of the opening theme song in the movie, which is a key factor that reminds people of Harry Potter. And that's why we decided to turn the ticket into a music box that played the Harry Potter theme. In 2022, we wanted to bring the magical touch to the ticket, so we used AR technology to produce an image of Harry Potter riding on his broomstick. And we want our tickets to be something that you can display, collect, or even play with. This will bring a very unique and exciting experience to the attendees.
These tiny yet elaborate boxes of tickets were the fruits of tireless labor, as each one is crafted by none other than the CCM team themselves. Weeks before the concerts, they had to stay up late and assemble the boxes by hand, Hang said. Their hard work paid off, with the Harry Potter music box going viral on social media in 2018, thus catapulting the show to reach new audiences. Among the young concert goers, many of whom even returned years later with their families. Hang again.
Thật ra là nó có, theo tôi để ý thì nó tách ra làm hai cái mạng, một cái mạng là
There are mostly two groups of concert attendees, young adults and those in their 30s or 40s, to bring their entire family to the concert. Many of them have been to CCM since they were college students till now, and when they have their own family. There is this one person that I remember clearly. He has been a fan of our show since he was an undergraduate, and then he moved to Germany. And just last year, he texted me saying that he would return to Vietnam to attend the concert and would bring his wife with him.
More than a playground for young musicians to fulfill their dreams, CCM's success is a positive indication for the future of the Vietnam music industry. Only less than a decade ago, classical musicians still had a hard time finding a stable income due to the limited demand. In 2017, the Vietnam Law newspaper reported that even experienced classical artists made less than $20 per concert, despite years of rigorous training. Nowadays, the new wave of orchestral music may be their opportunity to reach a new listener demographic. Until then, the curtains of CCM's concert series will rise every fall at the Vietnam National Academy of Music, and as the conductor waves his baton, we see ourselves returning to the good old days, far away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. now it's time for our VOV weekend music session with Phương Khanh.
In the vast ocean, there's a whale that sings at 52 hertz, a frequency so rare no other whale can hear it. They call it the loneliest whale in the world. And this story inspired one Gen Z singer-songwriter from Vietnam to choose the name that speaks about being different and being true to your voice. And she is 52 hertz.
Em chẳng biết vì sao lại như vậy. Em đã nghĩ mình khóc được rồi đấy. Nhưng em còn chưa định hình được điều diễn ra trước mắt lúc này.
52 hertz, whose real name is Trần Thị Phương Thảo, is a rising Vietnamese artist with a sound all her own. Blending US-UK influences with a voice that's instantly recognizable, she brings a fresh edge to V-pop. Each of her tracks feels unique, catchy, yet full of emotion and depth. With her haunting tone and minimalist vibe, 52 hertz is described by some as Vietnam's Billie Eilish. And once you listen to this song, wait, you'll know why.
Nhìn theo bóng dáng ai dần xa, vừa với cho chiếc hôn chia liền. Dù rằng tim đã đau nhiều đêm, chẳng biết cách ngăn nước mắt rơi. Người đã bên ta cuốn trôi hết trái dần, những vết thương cũng cứ thế phai dần. Người là nắng lên đời, người sưởi ấm ta rồi. Từ ấy đến now khiến ta biết rung động, có sai đâu nếu ta cứ mơ mộng. Ngoài đời biết bao nguồn, say I love you so. Những giai điệu đã cho nhau giờ như vỡ tan, trái tim ta cho ta trước kỷ niệm lớn man. Nhưng ngỡ ngàng vẫn biết là phút giây khi người đến với đời. Những chân chim theo nhau hót mừng người tới trời, dẫn lối thôi. Cô đang thẫn thờ, đang trong giấc thơ. Anh luôn kiếm tìm một đôi môi em trong giấc mơ. Liệu có cách khác để thời gian bên người ngừng trôi, được sống trong khoảnh khắc ấy một lần nữa thôi. Mỗi ngày em suốt những đêm đen nhớ mong về người. Liệu em nơi xa giờ này còn nhớ về tôi không? Bởi vì mình đêm nhớ bởi hình chỉ có đôi mình mà. Trái tim này vụt ra như lòng đã quá yêu người à. Đã bên ta cuốn trôi hết trái dần, những vết thương cũng cứ thế phai dần. Người là nắng lên đời, người sưởi ấm ta rồi. Từ ấy đến now khiến ta biết rung động, có sai đâu nếu ta cứ mơ mộng. Ngoài đời biết bao nguồn, say I love you so. Những giai điệu đã cho nhau giờ như vỡ tan, trái tim ta cho ta trước kỷ niệm lớn man. Nhưng ngỡ ngàng vẫn biết là phút giây khi người đến với đời. Những chú chim theo nhau hót mừng người tới trời, dẫn lối thôi.
Wait feels lonely and nostalgic, like an old Christmas movie shot on film. It's sad but also romantic, just like most of 52 hertz music. Her songs brings out moments of weakness, quiet feelings, and the kind of loneliness we all experience when we are young. Her love for music once faded for a while until it was brought back to life by Rio, her partner in both music and life. Over the past year, the two have written and released a number of heartfelt songs together. And a shining example is her first EP called Home. For most people, home means family or a safe place, but for 50 Hertz, home is where her inner child feels safe, a quiet space for her heart and soul. And this is Home Alone, the opening track of the EP. It tells the story of facing loss for the very first time through the eyes of a lonely child left to be on their own.
Từng cơn gió lay vài chiếc lá đang rơi, hạt mưa tới như làm tươi mới thêm khung trời rất buồn. Thơ đang rộn vang từng tia nắng sang trời, mình em ngồi tô màu lên bức tranh này mà thôi. Đã bao tháng năm trôi rồi mà trái tim vẫn chưa thôi thật thà, đếm trên tay từng mơ ước bay thật xa. Đã từng hứa không khóc rồi mà vẫn xuân nén suy tư đầy nhà, không thể lớn thêm phút giây mà em ôm chặt tay nói xin đừng đi, đừng khiến trái tim lạnh lẽo khô cằn khi không có ai. Dù em đâu đêm rồi làm mà xin đừng đi, dù kết sức vô vọng hết lớn nhưng không còn ai. Ở nhà một mình cũng đã dần quen. Trong tranh vết nét làm cho em thêm mong manh, mắt em thơ đâu còn vương long lanh, với khoảnh khắc ấy vẫn đang như đi vòng quanh. I gotta go, I gotta disappear, biến mất đi không một ai tìm ra. Gom vali đi thật xa, tự viết bức thư tương tư cất xuôi thêm nhà. Ở tù dù là em phải mơ, phải đi trong mơ biết thêm bao lần, vẫn thầm mong về một mái nhà chỉ cần những em đêm xưa cũ. Chẳng thể được tim mà phải để nồng căn bếp ấm áp như xưa, nhưng chẳng thể có cách nào vì đã bao tháng năm trôi rồi mà trái tim vẫn chưa thôi thật thà, đếm trên tay từng mơ ước bay thật xa. Đã từng hứa không khóc rồi mà vẫn xuân nén suy tư đầy nhà, không thể lớn thêm phút giây mà em ôm chặt tay nói xin đừng đi, đừng khiến trái tim lạnh lẽo khô cằn khi không có ai. Dù em đâu đêm rồi làm mà xin đừng đi, dù kết sức vô vọng hết lớn nhưng không còn ai. Ở nhà một mình cũng đã dần quen. Vậy đi, vì dẫu thế gian ra sao cũng chẳng đổi thay ký ức, dù sao cũng đã đi, dù chẳng khác được nữa. Chào đón nỗi đau chẳng tranh nữa đâu chấp nhận thôi, để dạy ta cách lớn khó sớm hơn.
You've been listening to VOV English program. We welcome your feedback at English Service VOV World, The Voice of Vietnam, 45 Bà Triệu Street, Hanoi, Vietnam. Or you can email us at englishsection@vov.vn. You're also invited to visit us online at vovworld.vn, VOV5 English Service Facebook fan page, and Spotify, where you can hear both live and recorded programs. Once again, thank you all for listening and goodbye.
Trăng sáng đằng sau phía vùng trời, tiếng suối reo như muốn dùng lời dịu dàng dẫn lối con về.